Hi there. Do you have a bucket list? A list of things to do before you die? Well, things like hopes, dreams, and aspirations. You know what? I want to become Jeff Bezos someday. Or maybe something easier. Something like a polyglot, maybe. Someone who can speak in 50 languages? Well, today in German, I'm going to teach you how to talk about such hypothetical hopes and wishes and your dreams. So, hallo Lieblings! This is Charvi Sharma and you are watching my German series on LanguageFluent called Learn German A2 in 15 days. Today is day 10 of this playlist and we are going to do the conjunctive tense, which talks about how to talk about imaginary situations, recommendations, hopes, desires, suggestions, on and on and on. But just before we begin, a little about LanguageFluent. We teach 16 plus foreign languages and also provide with translation, interpretation and overseas education services. To learn German officially with us, enroll for our course today. Links in the description. With that said, jetzt gehen wir weiter. Let's get on and learn the conjunctive 2. Conjunctive 2, or as we call it in English, the general subjunctive. First, I'm going to move ahead and teach you the usage of the general subjunctive. Talking about the first one, we use the general subjunctive to direct and to highlight the unreal or hypothetical wishes and hopes in our lives. To state an example, I would say, Ich hätte Ferien. Ich hätte Ferien. This means I would have vacation in the near future maybe. Talking about the second usage, we use it to indicate unreal statements and conditional clauses. Now to state an example for the same, I would say, Dann könnte ich in den Urlaub fahren. Dann könnte ich in den Urlaub fahren. Now this means then I could go for a vacation. Okay. Now talking about the third usage, we can use it in indirect speech. To state an example, I'll say, Unser Lehrer sagt, wir müssten noch viel lernen. Unser Lehrer gesagt, wir müssten noch viel lernen. Now this means our lehrer or our teacher says that we still must do or learn, study a lot. Okay. Moving to the next usage, I would say, it is used to indicate polite or tentative questions or statements. Now, an example for the same is, Wärst du so freundlich, an die Tafel zu kommen? Wärst du so freundlich, an die Tafel zu kommen? This means, would you be so kind as to come and write on the blackboard? Alright, now let us move ahead and learn the conjugation of the verbs that are used in the subjunctive 2. Now, just for your information, there are two forms of subjunctive 2. The first one is used to express situations in the present and the second one is used to express situations that lie in the past. Now, talking about that lie in the present, we have the weak verbs and the mixed verbs look the same in the subjunctive 2. Okay, so this is something that you really need to keep in mind. And for this purpose, we generally use the word würde, which means we use the würde form or would be. So, to state an example, I would say, Ich würde warten. Ich würde warten. Now this means I would wait. Okay, moving to the second point for the same. In spoken German, the würde and the infinitive form is preferred for the many strong verbs. Now to indicate the strong verbs, it is preferred that you use the term würde along with the infinitive. To state an example, I'll say, Ich würde gehen. Ich würde gehen. I would go. Now, another thing to keep in mind is that we add the subjunctive ending to any simple past stem. Okay? Just to state an example, I have Ich wartete. Ich wartete. This means I waited. This is simple past. Keep that in mind. Now, moving to the situations that lie in the past tense. For this, we use a subjunctive form of the verbs sein or haben along with the past participle. Now, I'm going to give you two examples. The first one says, Ich wäre gegangen. Ich wäre gegangen. This means I would have gone. And the second example says, Ich hätte gesagt. Ich hätte gesagt. This means I would have said it. Okay, I hope you've understood this pretty well till now. Have you? Because what I'm going to do next is give you an Übung. So, are you ready for the Übung or the exercise? Let's go. Now guys, for this particular Übung, what you have to do is that I have here given you certain sentences in the simple present tense. Now what you'll have to do is formulate and convert them into conjunctive zwei or the general subjunctive. So are you ready? You will have 10 seconds to think of the answer and then shout it out loud as you can. Are you ready? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's begin. Here comes the first question. The first one says, Wenn ich Zeit habe, komme ich. Wenn ich Zeit habe, komme ich. This sentence means, if I have time, I'll come. Now you have 10 seconds to think of the answer and shout it out loud. Time starts now. Time's up. Did you think of the correct answer? Well, let me help you right there. The answer for the same is, Wenn ich Zeit hätte, würde ich kommen. Wenn ich Zeit hätte, würde ich kommen. If you got that one right, cheers to you. Moving on to the second question. The second one says, Ich bin froh, dass ich heute nicht arbeiten muss. Ich bin froh, dass ich heute nicht arbeiten muss. This sentence means I'm happy that I don't have to work today. Well, I wish I could say the same. Anyway, you have 10 seconds to think of the answer. Time starts now. Yes, time's up. Did you get the correct answer this time as well? The answer for this question is, Ich wäre froh, wenn ich heute nicht arbeiten müsste. Ich wäre froh, wenn ich heute nicht arbeiten müsste. Hope you got this one right as well. Moving on to the third question for the day. The third one says, Ich gehe schwimmen, wenn es warm ist. Ich gehe schwimmen, wenn es warm ist. This sentence means I'll go swimming if it is warm outside. Okay, you have 10 seconds to tell me the answer. Time's up. The answer to this one is, Ich würde schwimmen gehen, wenn es warm wäre. Ich würde schwimmen gehen, wenn es warm wäre. I hope you got this one right. Moving to the fourth question for the day. The fourth one is asking you, Was magst du, wenn ich deinen Joghurt esse? Was magst du, wenn ich deinen Joghurt esse? Well, I'll probably kill you for that. In English, this sentence means, what would you do if I ate your yogurt? Hope you know the answer to this one. Time starts now. Time's up. So, the answer to this one says, Was würdest du machen, wenn ich deinen Joghurt essen würde? Ja? Was würdest du machen, wenn ich deinen Joghurt essen würde? Okay, moving on to the fifth question. The fifth one is asking you, wenn ich noch Geld habe, nehme ich noch ein Bier. Wenn ich noch Geld habe, nehme ich noch ein Bier. Now this sentence means if I have money, I'll get myself another beer. You have 10 seconds to tell me the answer to this one. Time starts now. Yes, time's up. So, what is the answer? Well, I'm guessing that's correct. The answer to this question is, wenn ich noch Geld hätte, würde ich noch ein Bier nehmen. Wenn ich noch Geld hätte, würde ich noch ein Bier nehmen. Cheers to you guys, superb. This brings us to the last question. Are you ready for it? Let's see how much you understood the conjunctive zwei. The sixth question is asking you, wenn ich sauer bin, sage ich es dir. Wenn ich sauer bin, sage ich es dir. This question means, if I'm sober, I'll tell you. So, you got your 10 seconds. Tick-tock, the time's clicking. And there we go. Time's up. So, did you get the correct answer as well? Well, the answer to this question is, wenn ich sauer wäre, würde ich es dir sagen. Wenn ich sauer wäre, würde ich es dir sagen. Alright, cheers to you guys. Super if you got all of them correct. Don't panic, don't worry. You'll get on to it. We hope you learned the conjunctive zwei pretty well. Even if we don't use it in our daily lives, it's still an important tense, so you'll have to work on it. Our next video of the series is the future tense. We're already at day 11, guys. Hooray! Let us know if you found this video helpful. Do drop your comments down below and also subscribe to our channel. Tap the bell icon right there. Bis zum nächsten Mal. I'll see you next time, guys. Auf Wiedersehen. Bye bye.